Sitting here with Dave Marek in the Ludacris car.
It's ludicrous, man.
Yeah, it's Ludacris. And as you can see, hopefully you can see, we don't really have any good lighting in here, but they've done an immaculate job restoring the exterior and the interior of this car. Dave's going to tell us some of the highlights of it.
Well, I think, when Chris came to us and said, I'd been in this accident, he wasn't fishing for a car to be done. He was just saying, I was in this accident and my car got totaled. And I said, totaled? And I said, how bad? He goes, well, the insurance company won't fix it. And I said, I know people that can fix it. Just throwing it out there. And he says, really? And so then when we went back, we started talking about how cool of a story it would be. Let's get the full weight of an R&D to build this car. So we went through the whole thing. It was like a restoration, but then with some customization. But the paint looks like the original, but we added some diamond dust to it, and we did some things to it that if you parked it next to the same Legend, you'd go, why does yours look better? What's going on here? But so we redid that. We had to redo all the left side, the right side, where it was damaged by a trailer. Like a trailer had come off a trailer hitch or something. So some of the structure, most of it was intact, but which says to our 5-star safety rating, of course. But we made sure the frame was straight, and then we just gutted it. We took it down to nothing, and we had the seats recovered, we had the door panels recovered, and then the IP, we had to find another car and got it all done. One of the big changes for Chris is we put in this Pioneer system that is Bluetooth, and it Bluetooth to his phone immediately, and he ends up being able to listen to his music, of course, and we upped the ante in the sound system, so it's all state of the art today. That's really that and the wheels are the only thing that we didn't leave original or stock replacement part.
Now, in terms of the body repair, how much work did you do, like restoring the body, bushings and bringing it back?
Pretty much all the seals and the bush, everything is like gone through and redone, and that was the hunt. Some of it was hunting through a scrapyard, or some of it was trying to buy online, or our own factory parts. Do we have any left? Who's got something? Can we rob stuff from our heritage center? Stuff like that. So but literally all the weather stripping, everything is all new and redone. The bushing's redone.
Did you have to fabricate any parts that you couldn't locate?
We fabricated some stuff underneath the hood, but not really. We were able to find a lot of stuff. I think that we got a quarter panel from another car and put that on, and then the rest was just pulled out and redid. But and then the brakes we added the new brakes and the wheels.
Right. What about the running gear, like the engine?
So running gear, we went through the engine. We didn't change it. We just went through it. So essentially rebuilt it and tightened it up. It was pretty loose. And but yeah, we didn't. One of the guys here says he has like the fastest Legend, and he was worried that maybe we did something to it. We didn't change it, but we rebuilt it, so made sure that he could drive another 200.
Yeah, I wanted to see that.
246,080.
Pretty wild, actually.
Yeah. And then, dude, he drives it all the time. It's like,
I was gonna ask, have you driven it?
Yeah.
Since it's been repaired?
Yeah.
I
didn't drive it before, so I thought I've not driven a Legend. Oh yeah. No, it's almost too tight, so we're gonna do some stuff to tune it a little bit. But,
okay.
But yeah, he'll be able to drive it, daily driver, just easy.
Awesome.
Yep.
So like the wheels, the larger, wider wheels.
Yeah, it's a little different,
yeah,
but it's nice. And for me, I like performance, so it feels much tighter. And
it's a 2-inch drop.
2-inch drop.
Yeah. What about the spring and damping rates?
Spring is all. I think McCluskey did that for us. I think they did all the suspension work, so I'm not sure what the spring rate is, but it's dropped.
It's a little stiffer.
It's way stiffer.
Okay, so still decent street ride.
Yeah. No, for him, it's like he's got to kind of cruise with the rapid. So we didn't want to make it, just a S2000 out of it.
Right.
But I think that the upgrade to it is, streetable, easily streetable, but still gives you a little bit of performance.
Good. All right.
Yeah, it's awesome. He was pretty stoked. And then this, the ILX, he was just, I have this foundation, and because I had originally thought if we could tie it to his movie career,
Yeah.
and so we have his legend, and then something that evokes kind of the movies he's been in. I won't say the name, but but then he said, I've got this foundation, and it would be great if we could donate to somebody that's doing amazing work in the community. I think it's around Atlanta.
Right.
So we said, yeah, it's a good story, and it's like, we tied it into the Ludacris Foundation and restoring his car, and it's this legendary duo thing. So
Cool.
it worked out great.
Awesome. Well, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, working with Galpin is so easy. It was, I talked about, can we find some of those Fast and the Furious people that had built those cars to build this? And, Galpin Gas said, we built some of those. so it worked out okay.
Do you want to walk over there and
Yeah,
talk
sure.
about that a little bit?
Yeah, let's
All
do
right.
it.
Thanks.